Hello friends. In this video, we are going to learn about the vectorization technique called bag-up words. When we go for natural language processing, we are going to use either text data or otherwise speech signal. And when we consider the text data, this is unstructured in nature. Machine learning, deep learning, and natural language processing algorithms are not capable of processing this raw plain text. So when we want to process them, before that, first we have to convert them into numeric form known as vectors. And these vectors are going to include some real value data. And once we construct the vectors are going to act as the features. With help of the features, we are going to develop the models. Before proceeding to the bag-up words algorithm, we will see important terminologies. The first one is vectorization, which is also known as word embedding. This is a process of converting text data into numeric vectors. And we are going to use the terminology known as document. Document is nothing but this is a source of text data. It can be a review given by a user. Like in Amazon, when I purchase a product, I can give some review. So that is going to act as a document. And when I collect all the documents from different users, that is going to act as a corpus. Once I construct the corpus, each and every word in that corpus is known as feature. It should be a unique word. With the help of that feature only, we are going to develop our model. For vectorization, we have various methods. In this lecture series, we are going to consider two different methods. One is bag-up words, BOW, and the other is term frequency, inverse term frequency, TF, IDF. We will now understand the steps involved in the bag-up words model. First, all the words in the model will be converted into lowercase. The model will find all the unique words in the text corpus. A table will be created and the number of rows in the table will be equal to number of documents in the text corpus and number of columns will be equal to number of unique words. And every cell in the table represents the frequency of a particular unique word in the given document. Let's consider a text which contains totally 3 sentences. Python is an object-oriented programming language. Python is used for data science projects and Python has many libraries. Now, this text is corresponding to corpus. And every sentence in this list is corresponding to a document. After converting all the text into lowercase, you will be getting the text like this. And after removing the stop words, in the first sentence, is, and, or the stop words, they will be removed. In the second sentence, is, for, are the stop words. And in the third sentence, has is a stop word. So after removing the stop word, we will be getting this particular text. Now, let us run our model. After removing the stop words, we have totally 10 unique words and every word will be now represented as columns in the table. And all the unique words will be arranged alphabetically. There are totally 3 documents in this corpus. Every document will be represented as row of the table. So now this is a feature matrix that will be created when we execute the bag-up words algorithm. Let us understand this particular matrix. So here, there are totally 10 unique words. So if you consider data, language, libraries, object, all these are the features. And all these features are arranged in the alphabetical order in the ascending order. And since we have 3 documents, we have 3 rows. They are numbered as 0, 1, 2 respectively. So if I consider the entry here 1, it means that in the document with index 0, the language appears 1 time. Similarly, this entry is going to tell that in the document 1, data appears 1 time. Let us understand this. After removing the stop word, in the first document with the 0 index, the word language is appearing 1 time. Similarly, this is our second document. This is with index 1. In this, the word data is appearing 1 time. Suppose if a particular word is appearing more than 1 time in the given document, we will have the corresponding entry in this. If I consider this particular entry in the document with index 0, the word data is not present. That's why we have a 0 entry here. Now let us understand the implementation of bag-up words. From sklearn.feature_extraction.text, first I am importing count vectorizer. Count vectorizer is going to implement bag-up words. First I am creating an object called vectorizer for the class count vectorizer. I am setting lowercase is equal to true and stop words is equal to English. So when I set lowercase is equal to true, all the letters will be converted into lowercase before the model starts. We set stop words is equal to English. It is going to remove all the stop words which are available in the English dictionary. Then I need to create the document text matrix. This matrix is called as document text matrix because the rows in the matrix are corresponding to document and the columns are corresponding to text. This we are going to create. For that, we're going to call the method fit underscore transform with the help of this vectorizer object by passing the text corpus. So here our text corpus is nothing but this text. Now the object vector is going to have the vocabulary dictionary. Now let us print the features name. That can be done with the help of vectorizer dot get underscore feature underscore names. This method is going to return us all the features available in the document term matrix. Then we can print the features. Now let me run this code. So here you can see that these are the list of features and all the features are arranged in the ascending order. We can even print the indexing of each and every feature by means of vectorizer dot vocabulary underscore. This is a property. I am calling the property with the help of this object. It is going to return the index of each and every feature. The first feature is nothing but data, which is at the index 0. And the second feature is language at the index 1 and so on. So this is the index. So first is data, that is at index 0, language is at index 1. So we are getting this particular index. And we can even print the shape of this particular vector. It is going to return as 3, 10, means that there are totally 3 rows in this matrix and 10 columns. And when I print the vector, it is going to return tuple values. And in the tuple, I have 2 entries. The first entry corresponds to document ID and the second entry corresponds to word ID. This is going to indicate the frequency. It is going to tell that in the document with ID 0, the word with ID 7 is appearing 1 time. So in the first document, the word with the ID 7 is nothing but Python. Python is appearing 1 time. And in the same document, word with ID 3 is appearing 1 time. That is nothing but object and so on. And the type of vector is nothing but it is a sparse matrix. When a matrix is having more number of zeros, that is called as sparse matrix. So in this, if a particular feature is not present in the matrix, we are going to get zeros. So the type of this matrix is nothing but it is a sparse matrix. Now let us convert this into array. For that, I am calling vector.toArray. And the columns are nothing but the features. So I am calling vectorizer.get underscore feature underscore names. When I do this, I'm going to get this particular matrix. And when we consider the bag of words model, this method is very simple. But the problem with this method is it cannot differentiate between most common words from rare words. Because in this model, the frequency will be directly taken into consideration. Suppose if a word is appearing many times in this model, it is going to have higher frequency. And the rare words are going to have lower frequency. So those features will not be given that much importance. So if a word appears many times in a document, it will reduce the importance of less frequently occurring words. So to overcome this disadvantage, we have the next model, that is TF-IDF model. We will see that in the next video. Thank you.